Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Fair M, and today we're going to get to hear from Zweno, the King of Denmark. We're still in Act 3, Scene 5, which we started yesterday, but a little bit of a backup. Zweno is Blanche's father. Zweno was also sort of keeping Mariana as a prisoner, and he'd been working out what sort of ransom he should get for her, and that was recently decided upon. And Mariana is in love with Lubeck and wants to stay in Denmark with Lubeck at the moment, but Blanche was in love with Robert of Windsor, who is actually William the Conqueror. So Mariana and Blanche worked out this switcheroo thing where Mariana agreed to meet William somewhere to run away with him, but she would be masked, and he had to promise not to sleep with her until they got married. But then it was actually Blanche that showed up. So in Act 3, Scene 3, Blanche showed up to where William the Conqueror was like, "You swear that you're not going to try to sleep with me until we're married?" And he's like, "Yeah, but let's get out of here really fast." And they took off and left. So at the top of Act 3, Scene 5, we have Lubeck and we have Zweno talking, and Zweno is furious because he thinks that Mariana is gone and she's his prisoner, and he was just about to get the ransom for her, and he doesn't know what to say to the King of Sweden when the King of Sweden is like, "Give me my daughter back." So he's very angry at Lubeck, and Lubeck is like, "I swear, they took my Mariana as well. This is not good for anybody." But then a messenger comes in and says that it was actually Blanche who left, not Mariana. And Lubeck is a smidge relieved that Mariana is still there, but Zweno is furious, and Lubeck is like, "I promise, I knew nothing about this. I didn't know that there was a plot for Blanche to run away." And Zweno says, "Not all the protestations thou canst use shall save thy life. Away with him to prison. And, minion, otherwise it cannot be, but you are an agent in this treachery. I will revenge it thoroughly on you both. Away with her to prison. Here's stuff indeed. My daughter stolen away. It booteth not thus to disturb myself, but presently to send to English William, to send me that proud knight of Windsor hither, here in my court to suffer for his shame, or at my pleasure to be punished there. Withal that Blanche be sent me home again, or I shall fetch her unto Windsor's cost, yea, and William's too, if he deny her me." So Zweno's really not happy about this. he's furious that his daughter is gone. So he arrests Lubeck, sends him off to prison, sends Mariana off to prison too, because she was involved in the whole thing. And then he's like, "You know what? I'm going to write a sternly worded letter to William the Conqueror to tell him to send Robert of Windsor back to me with Blanche so that I can get my revenge on them. Or I'm going to write to William the Conqueror and tell him to punish Robert of Windsor so that I can feel better about all the stuff that happened. But the long and the short of it is, Blanche needs to come home to me, and they're going to pay to ship her home." So that's what he's saying. What he doesn't know is that Robert of Windsor is William the Conqueror. So he's going to write a letter to a guy telling him to send himself back to be punished for this whole thing. So that bit's going to be interesting. But that's the end of Act 3, Scene 5 right there. So we will find out exactly how this plays out in a future video. So come on back tomorrow for more. Mwah.